Well, when I first heard that this Dr. Ballard had discovered the Titanic, I must confess I was a bit upset about it. I thought, oh dear, is somebody going to go down and find it and probe about with it? I didn't like the idea at all. He made the dive, as you know, and he photographed the ship. And he assured me nothing would make him bring up one artifact. To go down and photograph the Titanic, I think, is a wonderful thing. It must be a tremendous scientific achievement.
I was in favour then of anything that was laying about, with pictures that they did show with plates and trays and bottles and all laying around. Any reason why they shouldn't bring them up and send them to the various museums and let the people see them.
Well, it didn't even enter my head that anybody would look for it. And so complete amazement and, not horror exactly, but I wasn't really awfully pleased, I must admit, because I thought that my father was still on there.
Well, the only thing I always said is they could bring the valuables up, like the jewels and the money, why, that would be fine.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see part of it, just a small piece of it.
She was quite overcome with that. It sort of brought a lump to my throat anyway, you know, and I never even knew him. It was almost like a part of him, you know.
It was wrong for them to go back and retrieve these things, knowing that Bob Ballard didn't bring it up and wouldn't bring it up. Yet they went as a bunch of scavengers.
I don't mind the underwater explanation of the Titanic, but I don't think they should raise the Titanic. I think that would be entirely wrong. I think it should stay where it is, at the bottom of the sea, as a grave.
The ship should be left to rest where it is.
I don't approve of it, to raise the Titanic, because I don't think it's particularly worthy. I think that it's a sacrilege.
To me, just as a very ordinary individual, it is my father's grave, and I would rather it were left untouched. And I don't ever want to see the Titanic again. I don't want to see it raised.
It is too tragic. Just forget it and don't ever try to be connected with it again. That's the way I feel.
There's something about the fact that 1,500 people died unnecessarily. That, to me, is the reason why the Titanic disaster will never be forgotten. And so that is the grave which I feel should not be disturbed.